Hello, this is Princess Whoosh, and today I'm playing Picross S4. It's a new Picross game that was dropped on the Switch. I've played 1 to 3. I can always use more Picross puzzles in my life. If you've seen some of my videos before, you might know I'm a really big fan of this type of logic puzzle. But yeah, they're my go-to for like chilling out and being zen and just not really thinking about much, which is really quite nice at times like this. And I mean, it's Friday and I'm already feeling pretty frazzled, so we're just gonna keep it nice and relaxed. We're gonna do some Picross. There's 4 kinds in the game. I think there's in all the packs. There's bog standard Picross. You get 10 pages of varying difficulties of Picross. There's the Mega Picross. I don't really like them. They changed the rules and are weird. I don't know. I have never really been able to get into them. I know how to do them, I just don't enjoy them. Colour Picross is fun. You do puzzles with blocks of colour. It's quite nice and enjoyable. And Clip Picross, my fave. You are solving, yes, I'll explain tutorial, go away. You do larger puzzles. Let's see if I can open one. Yeah, so you do lots of pieces of a larger puzzle and they all join together to make one ginormous picture. Often the pictures in Picross look a bit crappy because they're such small resolutions, so Clip Picross fixes that. But to unlock the Clip Picrosses, we have to do the normal Picrosses. I feel like I'm saying Picross a lot. But yeah, I'll take you through the basics. No, I don't want to view the tutorial. Oh, that looks hard. Have I started at the end? Yeah, okay. Let's start at the start. So yeah, basically in Picross, you've got a grid, it's got numbers on the end, and you have to meet the logical commands of each row in order to solve the puzzle. So I think it's easier to play than to explain. No, I don't want hint roulette, thank you, because I'm not a cheat. So for example, this row here, we know has 5 coloured blocks in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's quite easy. This one does too, going across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the 3, it could start up here, couldn't it? It could be 1, 2, 3, or it could start here and be 1, 2, 3. So the only one we're sure of here right now is this middle one. The game puts it in blue if it's given you enough information to add some more squares. So we know 3 and 1, there has to be a space here, or else it'd be a 4. So we know how to do that. So now we know the 3 here could be 1, 2, 3, or it could be 1, 2, 3. Couldn't be 1, 2, 3, because that would be too long, so we know that's not part of it. And then we know that's got to be the next part of the 3. Oop, yeah. So you can basically just zip around, use it's just a certain type of logic in your brain. It's quite basic. It requires like sort of thinking, but it's almost like processing, like a robot, which is maybe why I like doing them when I'm stressed, because it's just real gentle. So I'm gonna do a couple more of the easy ones. These are the ones that I sometimes do in like a few seconds. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going for world records in speed, but I'm no slouch. There we go. Ooh, is that right? Yes. There we go. 19 seconds, that's not bad. But like I said, I've been doing these for years. I've been doing them since I think the DS maybe, or the 3DS. One of the DS's. But I love them. I even used to do them on paper. You can get like little booklets from like newsagents that have them in. They're usually absolutely nails in the books though, so do be warned. Let's go to page 2. I'll come back and finish these later in my own time. Let's do a 10 by 10. Okie dokie. But yeah, how are you doing? No hint roulette, please. Fact, I want to turn off the hints because it makes it too easy. There we go. There we go. So you can have it so it doesn't tell you which lines can be done, which I like because it's too easy else. But yeah, how are you? How are you, dear viewer? I hope you're doing well. I hope all this lockdown is not having too much of a negative effect on you. I've been feeling mostly okay, but I've just been feeling so tired. Like, I get up in the morning, get ready to crack on with the day, but I just want to be back in my bed. And that's, I guess, partially why we're doing a Picross video. Just because I'm so sleepy, so tired. I already showed off my Animal Crossing town, so I don't really need to do that twice. I'll probably do another one of those when I've got a bit more progress. So I want it to actually look a bit different before we dip back into that, or maybe have an event on or something. Maybe if the bug catching tourney, I was going to say, but I'm really bad at catching bugs. So we know this one here is the 2 because we couldn't fit a 3 and a 2 in there. So it can't be there because it has to join onto that. This is a 3, so the 3 has to fit in here and it would overlap no matter where it was. So 1, 1, 1, that has to be 2. That could be a 6, couldn't it? And then there could be a 1 there, or it could be 1 and that could be 6 going that way. But either way, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 4 tiles would be covered anyway, so we can fill those in. That has to be a 2, and that has to be a 1. When you're doing these, you end up with like lots of little sort of shorthands in your head. You kind of know what certain patterns mean. See, you start recognizing like shapes and little gaps, and you just know what to put in. So that's quite nice. So that's got to be the 3. That's got to be the 2. It's got to go there. And that's got to be the 3. But yeah, so sometimes just having a game like this is just so valuable. I can spend hours doing these as well. I'm like, oops, no. Yes, please turn autocorrect off. It punishes you if you make a mistake, which I don't like, because I often make mistakes, but then I correct them as I'm going. So I don't really want it to autocorrect me. What is this, apparently? Let's see. What is that? What? A toaster oven. How? What? I don't see it. Is a toaster oven a microwave? Is this an American thing? I've skipped another page. We're gonna do some more hard one. Not hard. We're gonna keep skipping pages rather than doing the next puzzle in the sequence, because it'll give me a bit of a challenge. But yeah, they're not good before bed though, because they're quite concentrate-y, so you're kind of you're zen, but you're focusing, so it kind of gets your brain. Oop, no, see, I'm making mistakes there. Yeah, I think it's just a bit too involved for before bed, so I don't recommend it then. So that's a 6. I think that has to be that, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does. So I coloured in those ones up to there because I know it's a 5 and the minimum it can be is along there. And it had to join onto that one. Yeah, it's definitely something that's easier learnt through experience than watching. But hopefully you can enjoy me watching it too. But I'd be interested to know what some of your games for relaxing are. Stuff that you just put on to absolutely forget about the outside world and just crack on with your lovely game. Because I could do with some more of those. Some that people list just don't really seem to work for me either. Like for example, I saw someone mention Katamari Damacy as a relaxing game. I don't find that game relaxing. I find that game really stressful. I'm like, I've got to get everything as quick as I can. Not relaxing. Same with Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is not relaxing. If you're relaxing playing Stardew Valley, I think you're doing something wrong. That game is stress. Oh, I've solved this bit. And that must be a 3, so it must go a long one. Then that must be a 3, and then that must be a 1, and then that must be those ones there. You end up on little like runs on Picross. You figure out a little piece, and then it solves a whole other larger bit of it for you, which is nice. So we've got that whole bottom bit now. Probably that. Yeah, that's good. Across. It's going well. There we go. What other games do I like to play to relax? I'm not sure. Oh, it was some cacao. Great. Such cacao. Let's go another page along. We're still on 10 by 10s. It'll probably go to 15s soon. 15s are my favourite size. When it's 20s, it's just a little bit much to manage. I still like doing them. I just find the most sort of optimum size is the 15 grid. But the nice thing about all these games as well is, oh, that's not right. If you've never played them, there are so many of them available to you. You do not become a fan of the series and have to wait ages for new releases. There's like 10 games on the 3DS or something stupid like that. There's 4 games on the Switch. There's some sort of non-Nintendo, I don't think it's a Nintendo brand anyway. There's some other companies also making Picross games as well. The Pick-a-Pix people are really good. They make really good ones. I really enjoy theirs. They do a color one where you have to use colors instead of just black. They're really fun. I find their mechanic for changing color really good, like probably better than the Picross color ones, which is fun. But yeah, like there are so many of these games for you to get into if you think this looks fun. And I mean, it's going to be a very certain type of person who thinks Picross is fun. You'll instantly know if it's not for you, and that's fine. Like, not everyone needs to be into the same things. But yeah, I've always loved doing these. Quite like a Sudoku as well. Sudoku is quite a different kind of a puzzle though. Sudoku's a lot more sort of checking and trying things out, whereas I find this is not. This is just doing like sort of almost sweeps of logic. You're checking, you know, like there for that 6, I'm like, oh, it would fit that way, and then it would be 6 that way, so I'll color this one in, and you're just kind of, oop, not that. Yeah, no, that was right. I'm doubting myself. You're just doing logical sweeps and doing very basic sort of checks to make sure the squares that you've got match the numbers above. I could probably do that one as well, couldn't we? Yep. And then 1. Can't fit a 6 in there. And there. 1. Yeah, these are so much fun. And I always feel like people wouldn't believe that they're that much fun. Because it does look, I'm assuming, fairly boring. Oh no. Right, let's have a look about. So, I'm not stuck, but I can't see anything immediately. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of what I've got so far. So that 7 could be either way, couldn't it? Yep. We need one more 1, but it could be either of those. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We've got 2 1s, but who knows which bit the other ones go in. They're all done. Ah, see now here, we need 2 more 1s, so that's all it could be, because there was only 3 spaces. Which then tells us that is not part of the 6. Then that must be part of the 1. And then this must be the 1. And then there's a 1 there. See, it just all falls into place. mostly. Is that a 7 now? No, it's a 6, so that needs to be a 7. We've got the 2 and the 2. That's to be a 6. Yay! Ooh, what is that? Is it a sushi? No. A souffle, apparently. These are getting worse, I swear. I think they've run out of obvious things like apples and bicycles and things, and they're just becoming a bit of a mess. Right, what we do? We're about halfway through. Let's do a 15. Yes, 15. Use a hint roulette. No. But yeah. The music's quite nice in the games. I'll quickly show you actually. I think you can change in the options. There's usually a few kinds of music. There's quite a lot of settings for changing things as well, including the color controls. Yeah, you can change the music. There's even relaxing sounds. Don't know how relaxing those are. But each type of Picross has its own background music, but if you really like one of them and don't like another, you can switch it as well. I quite enjoy the music in the background. They're quite nice little tunes. So 13 is going to be all the way up here. 12 is going to be all the way down here. So that's there. Da, da, da. It's quite good sometimes when you're doing a Picross to get these edge pieces in early, because they often tell you quite a lot about the puzzle, about, there we go, they can give you lots of squares really quickly if you can manage to get those edge pieces in, because you know the last one in the sequence on the numbers on the left has to be, so for example there's a 2 there, so I know there's 2 on the end if these are coloured in. Yeah, so little things like that, little tips and tricks that you kind of develop as you go. Let's get you in there. So we've got that 11 done. That's just a simple one. See, we've already got that row done. Ace. Cool. And that row too. Amazing. So yeah, like I said, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all keeping safe as well. Washing your hands and just generally staying in as much as you can, I guess. It's the best thing to be doing right now. I'm a bit of a homebody anyway, so I'm in quite a lot. But even I, the master of staying inside, have found it quite difficult. I found it quite challenging. I quite like going to the supermarket to pick up food and stuff, and I've just once a week is how often I've been able to go. Just trying to stay in as much as possible. So yeah, it's been quite challenging. That one's done. But yeah, I hope you're finding ways to keep yourself going. I'm still working as well. I'm not furloughed or anything, or I've not lost my job. My job, thankfully, is as a teacher, so we're pretty necessary in, you know, in the scope of things. So yeah, I don't think my job's going anywhere anytime soon. Should be okay. But I've had to go into work because we've got some young people who would be, you know, at risk if they didn't have at least a little bit of school. So that is what I've been doing when I was in today. It's fine. It's just getting the bus there isn't the most fun. Trying to distance when there's someone in every single row. It's like, where do I sit? Things like that. And you're just thinking about all these things all the time, I guess. Which is why it's so hard, and you just need things that you can do to just relax and unwind. 1, 1, 3. If you've noticed, the ones on the left are all like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Got 4. 1, 1, 1. Oh, I can do that one now. before that was too long. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what this is going to be. So that has to be a 3. Is this the same? 1, 1, 1. It is. Looks like I don't know. It looks like harmonica or something. That's got to be a 1. I've got to have a 2 there because that's all that's left. And these are all 1s. It's very bitty, this one. It's a 2. That's also a 2. It's also a 3. So that's all that bit done. I'm not so mad on these ones that are really bitty. I like long strips of blocks, not faffing around. There we go. Now what is that? What do you think that is? An amp? Oh, it is an amp. Cool. That one was, you could actually tell what it was. I will let them off. But yeah, if you look, we're already like halfway through the pack. And that's like puzzle 75. So there's like 150? Yeah, 150 basic puzzles, which is pretty good. Because there's still all the clip Picross and the color Picross as well. So I tell you what, let's go do a color Picross. And I can show you what they look like. Oh, they're 15 by 15 as well. Good, good. Don't you dare give me a tutorial. Yeah, there we go. So, what you're witnessing here, and the reason that it's in super fast speed, is because I spent quite a lot of time making quite a lot of mistakes and ultimately not completing this Picross. I think I got quite a lot of it right. There's definitely a sort of crocodile-ish, alligator-ish form that appeared from the shapes, but my columns didn't all match up, so definitely made a bit of an error somewhere. The color Picrosses are still really fun though, really enjoyable, a bit more challenging than the normal Picrosses. I think that was my downfall. I think I went in a bit cocky, knowing that I'm pretty good at these, but I was also talking, yeah, basically it was not good. You can kind of see the crocodile appearing there, his little teeth, some eyes. That's where I made my first mistake, and I just used my check mistakes just to kind of show off how it works, when I definitely needed it a bit later in the video. So yeah, that is my Picross fail. But I hope you liked the rest of the video. I really recommend this game. It's not very expensive. It's like £8 or something. It's got hundreds of puzzles. They're really relaxing, really fun to do when you're just needing to just zone out from everything and just do something like a puzzle. But I've been Princess Whoosh. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can leave a comment. I love reading your comments. It's really fun. Or you could even like the video. So until next time, I will see you later. Bye!